comes and goes in the blink of an eye. Soon as I swear you've been left behind.
Welcome back, guys, to another Artist Alley vlog, and this time we are at Anime Central in Rosemont, Illinois, which is about 30 minutes out of Chicago. This one was a wild one to prepare for because I basically had to have everything packed for this event 2 weeks before we were supposed to fly out, because a week before I was being sent to China for work, and originally I was supposed to come back that Monday, the week that the con was supposed to happen, but that trip got extended. So basically on the day we were supposed to set up, Thursday, is the day I flew back from China. So Alex had to fly ahead of me that Thursday morning to set up without me. And then on the first day of the con, Friday, I flew in from Jacksonville to Chicago to join him for the rest of the con. All right, so here's a view of the back of how we organized it. And we've got the folding bags here, sticker and notepad restocks here, art prints down here, fuel for the soul right here. And then we've got stamps, and then over here is kind of like our packing station. So we've got the envelopes, the ribbons that we're giving out, and I made new ones for this convention. So this one, I've got me. Reach for it. You've got rainbow Labubu ones for any Labubu purchases. And then we've also got a reprint of our Dan ribbons that we had at ALA for any Dan purchases. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got like our POS system connected to our Shopify POS, so that we have like a front-facing interface for the customer, which makes it easier for them to type out their receipts and stuff too. So this is our neighbor who has the end cap, and this is how the end cap tables look. They're like a double wide 8-foot table, so it's pretty awesome if you have a lot of merchandise. They have super cute stuff. I love their work. So down here is the vendor hall, and if you're looking for a good table in Artist Alley, this is probably a good area to be at, which is the area between the dealer vendor hall and Artist Alley, because there's a lot of through traffic that comes through this area between the two areas. So I don't know if you can see it from here, but our booth is over there in the corner. So it is in one of the pathways that goes in between vendor and Artist Alley. A lot of the clips recorded in this video, the crowds may look a little thin, but that's mostly because I was recording on Sunday, because Friday and Saturday we were pretty busy. And also I was still super jet lagged and tired from China, so I was mostly staying behind the booth and trying to survive. Seems like there's quite a few artists that are mixed in the vendor's hall. Aw, I love the doggy shirt. I ended up getting the dog shirt and their last Skid Puppers game. So as far as food options, it looks like there's quite a few food options. You've got boba tea, you've got nothing but cakes. Over here you've got quite a few different varieties of food. Yeah, okay. So there's tacos. And the walking taco bags are actually pretty big. You can see them over there. And I think there's like mac and cheese bowls over here. So it's like a build your own mac and cheese. And then over here are, I think, sushi bowls. So you've got Asian food like ramen and bulgogi. And they've also got build your own poke bowls over here. And then I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is like coffee and stuff. Yeah, I think it's like coffee. There's just a Starbucks up front, but this is like a coffee food truck sort of thing. There's popcorn. And then over here, it looks like ribs and hot dogs, or Polish sausages, I think. Yeah, it looks like pulled pork, chicken, boneless rib, Polish sausage, and chips. I think that's pretty much it. And I think over here is a normal convention food. But they got lots of food options in here, so that's pretty good. Obviously, you're paying like expensive food truck convention prices, but you got options if you're hungry. I was super excited to visit Loki Meku's booth. I've been a big fan of theirs online, and I loved seeing their stuff in person. But I was really tired, and I was kind of being awkward, so I didn't really say much to them, but I wanted to just say that I was so happy to see you in person. All right, have a good con. Yeah, you too. Score. Anime Central did a good job with mitigating traffic control by making the lanes a lot wider this year. And they did that by removing a row of Artist Alley, which did reduce the number of artists, but I think that helped with overcrowding in some areas and also indirectly probably increased everybody's sales overall in Artist Alley. I also think we did better in sales because of our position this year, because we were closer to the area where Vendor Hall meets Artist Alley, whereas last year in 2024 we were in the far corner of the hall, which was also next to closed doors that at the time when we picked the booth we thought the doors were going to be open, but they were closed the whole time, so it kind of ended up being a little bit of a dead zone. It's been like this for like maybe the past 2 hours. We're in the dead zone, y'all. Meanwhile, just a row over, it was super crowded and there was tons of traffic. I went by to visit the artist who was near our spot last year, and this is Cage Tiger. Everybody say hi. And they said they didn't open those doors again this year, even though they'd asked about it, but they still managed to do pretty good in sales, so I think maybe it was just my booth that people just didn't seem attracted to. I'm not sure. So this year, I also tried to do a lot more quick doodles, and I actually did quite a few commissions, so if you commissioned me, thank you so much for commissioning my doodles, and I hope you guys liked them. Doing commissions at a convention is always a little bit stressful because of the hustle and bustle environment, but also trying to do it fast enough to make sure that people have time to come back and collect their doodle. This is why I don't always offer commissions when I'm at a convention, because I want to make sure that I only do them when I feel that I have the time and that I am feeling at an optimal drawing mood. If you're an artist, you definitely know when that is, because sometimes you just can't draw. And sometimes you can draw like with no effort at all. I try to stay in communication with the people who commission me via text, and if they're unhappy with the drawing that I've made, I always offer them a full refund if I'm not able to complete the drawing for them. I also pre-make doodles so that people can also just come and browse through them and pick one they like out of what I have on display as well. So another thing that really helped with sales this year is that we were allowed to sell stickers. Anime Central is usually known as a no sticker con, but this year they allowed us to sell stickers with the condition that we had to pay a $50 fee. That pretty much wraps it up for us at ASIN, and we spent the rest of our time exploring Chicago.
Just waking up, had a good night's sleep. Dreamed not that deep. No rush today, no plans required. Just a day with my people is all I desire. Smiles and laughs over morning toast. Stories and jokes.
That'd be covered in ice cream. A gelato ice cream.
And kiss on the cheek. Moments like this just can't be
That early 20s. Spanish Revival is the name of the style because it's modeled after a cathedral in Sevilla, Spain.
Life can be a dream. There's beauty in simple things.
Tallest building in Chicago. Well, that is the tallest building in the world that's been designed by a woman-led architecture
Life
firm.
can be a
Breaking glass
dream. There's beauty in simple things. Neighbors wave high from their front porch. Birds sing while we talk and explore. Stepping on leaves,
Jiggle it for me.
fresh cut grass. Holding my hand when the cars go past. Good iced tea trees changing leaves. Make that smile that I love to see. Perfect advice when something's wrong. Singing and dancing to our favorite song. Life can be a dream. There's beauty in simple things.
So here's a couple of things that I brought back from Anime Central. I was so happy to have finally stopped by Loki Meku's booth in person. I love their art and I'm a huge fan of their banana dog pouch, and I picked up quite a few zines from them. And I also got their Rizo print of this Pup Noodles, and it's super cute. I'm a huge fan of Rizo prints as well. And I also stopped by Mako House and I got this print, and I also got a little plushie, and I also brought back this Good Pupper game. My neighbor also gifted us this adorable doggy pin of a white dog and a brown dog. It's kind of reminiscent of Pepper and Sugar, and it's super cute. It's my new favorite pin. We were also part of 2 stamp rallies. This one was a Ranma one, and this one was a mascot stamp rally. And so the prize we had for this one was our sticker, and this one is like a Ray Spot UV sticker, and I left the sign blank so people could write whatever they wanted there. And on the front-shaped one, we did Sugar as our mascot, and it was also a Ray Spot UV sticker. We also got some stickers from Enrique Draws, who is hosting the Ranma one. These are so cute. Oh, and I'd also picked up some stuff from Kiko Paints, who was in our stamp rally, and I'd gotten like a really cute Cardcaptor Sakura keychain and some stickers, but I left those at work, so I don't have them in the video. But you should definitely check out Kiko Paints. They have lots of really cool stuff, and they also do a lot of convention videos as well. Alright, well that concludes another Artist Alley vlog. I didn't end up recording much last year, so that's why I combined it into the footage this year. But I hope it gave you a good gist of how Anime Central went, and we would love to do it again. We were so happy that we actually took extra days to go and take a look around Chicago and see what's in the city, and there's still a lot for us to see, so it'd be great if we could come back next year and see more. Alright, that is also the last out-of-town convention that we're doing this year. We have one more convention at the end of the year that's local to us, and that'll be WasabiCon. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our out-of-town cons this year. We didn't get into that many out-of-town ones, but you know what? I think it's okay. This would be a good year for me to work more on digital content and do some more personal art. and I hope you guys will stick around. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!